going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex with Collects here, bringing you the most in-depth action figures here on YouTube. And today we're taking at the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Bell to Bell. We have both versions of the Steiner brothers. Now, I'm not sure which is a rare version or if there are any of these are rarer than the others. I know the stripe version, I believe, is listed as the variant version on the website, but they're at the same price point, so I'm going to say that they're probably evenly produced, so it's more of a preference of what you prefer. But we have both sets here. You can see the nice nostalgic kind of throwback carding of the Steiners here, the Bell to Bell logo, Ringside Collectibles exclusive with the Steiner brothers. The artwork, if you guys can notice or see, we'll take a look at each one by one. There is actually a difference to the artwork attire. You'll see this has more of that kind of like side stripe look that I believe is on these figures, and the attire looks different. You got more of the kind of stripes going up and down, so they even follow suit on the artwork. I feel like even the actual blue on the top is a little different, so the carding is a little different. On the side, it both says prepare to be Steinerized. You can see that. But flipping on the back, you get the image of the Steiners, plus this little read up, the Ringside Club's exclusive logo. Again, that is the only place you're going to be able to grab them. If you want to take a look at the carding on the other back, you get the actual image they are wearing. So it is cool that the actual carding for both of these figures are different and, specific to the attires that they come with. The jackets are obviously different too. You can see the white sleeves versus the yellow. So more of a preference, what you guys prefer. But let's crack both of these Steiner sets out of the packaging and see what they're all about. Before we dive into the Steiner Brothers sets, I wanted to get one quick group shot with all of their entrance jackets on here. You can see the yellow and blue Michigan jackets versus the white and blue. The middles are somewhat the same. There is some different coloring on the pockets. You can see this is silver versus the more yellow gold look. But we're going to jump into each separately. But again, just want to show you a quick look at the entrance attire. So here we have Rick and Scott Steiner in their gold and blue Michigan jackets. We're going to take a look at both these figures up close. You can see he does have the kind of wrestling helmet on here, which he's known for. This beautiful Fu Manchu beard. I really do like the head sculpts on these Bell to Bell figures. The jackets do Velcro open on in the front. You guys want to look at the back. The sleeves are kind of a nice different material. It's more of a stretchy fit, so it does fit these figures pretty nicely, I will say. And we will get it off of Rick Steiner. Throw that off on the side. And you can see the singlet underneath. This is actually pretty good. I do like how the colors pop with the kind of like purplish or pink and the yellow and the green. Just a very vintage look. You can see even around his boot, he does have more of, I believe, like a white band around the boot versus just one solid boot. That is interesting. I am not an aficionado of attire, but I did want to point that out. You can take a look at the back of Rick Steiner. So all in all, pretty good. Again, if you guys want a quick look at the head sculpt, I think it's a decent likeness. We'll get a quick once over. It does have the black knee pads on in there as well. You can see the red sculpts. I believe the other one does have the blue pads over his ears versus the red on this kind of stripe version or whatever you want to call it. Similar jacket, same exact jacket, I will say, for Scott. Velcro's open here in the front. And you would think that these may be a little bit of a pain to get on and off, but they're really not. No more or no worse than like a Mattel or Jazzwares jacket. Just want to be careful. They are, like I said, a nice kind of stretch material. You can see the singlet on underneath for Scott. Let's start with the head sculpt first. Decent likeness. Like I said, I'm surprised how good these came out. I personally think of old figures, I think of more cartoony looks. But you can see the kind of split coloring with his singlet. Take at the white boots. He's got the black knee pads. Same on in the back. I actually really like it. If you guys want a quick up close of both these figures side by side with their jackets removed, let's go through some quick articulation if you guys are curious. The heads do fully rotate. The hair gets a little bit in the way for Scott. Arms fully rotate around. There is no other articulation there. The waist fully rotates. The legs go up. They kind of like hinge up at the side. They can do the splits. Not the greatest, but like I said, these are vintage figures. They're not meant to have a lot of articulation, but I actually really do love the attires for both these figures. Moving on to the next set of the Steiners, so we will again take a quick close-up at this entrance jacket. Very similar to the prior one, just has the white sleeves and the pockets are more of a silver color versus the gold. Velcro's off in the front. It comes off very easily, and even this singlet looks really good. You can see the black, red, and yellow designs on here. Really do like the look of it. The head is the same. It is the same sculpt. We'll zoom in. You get a better look at it. You can see he does have the blue earpieces over his head, whatever you want to call it, wrestling head pad or whatever. You can see the knee pads, yellow boots. Take a look at the singlet on in the back. Let's actually grab the other Rick and we can compare it. Look at the singlets, the boots, if you were curious in the differences. So, I don't know. I think when I think Steiner Brothers, I kind of like the brighter colors a little better. So I'm a little more partial to the other version, but let's take a look at Scott and see if that still holds true. Again, same jacket, no difference. We're going to remove it off of the figure. It's a little harder because he's got the longer hair, but with Rick, the jacket came right off, no problem. And we will get it off the sleeves here. Oh, a little stiff. Just want to be careful. Like I said, I don't want to rip it. But we do have the jacket off. Same head. We'll zoom in. Look at the singlet. I do like this. Kind of matches Rick more so than the last set, so that is kind of a plus. It does have the same yellow boots. Take a look at the back. And let's go ahead and grab our other Scott. And we can run through some comparisons here. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go out here and say I like the more colorful design that just kind of reminds me of early Brother Steiners. But I do like the look of these. And, you know, let me know down in the comments which, singlets do you like better for the Steiner Brothers. And here's one quick group shot of all of these Steiner Brother figures without their entrance jackets to kind of compare them. Also, if you were curious to see what these bell-to-bell figures compare with versus some WWE Superstar figures, here we have a Hulk Hogan figure. You can see the bell-to-bell figures are a little bit bigger in proportion as far as the arms and the head, but height-wise, they do stand around the same. If you guys are enjoying this video review, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of these figures and if you will be adding them to your collection. Personally, I don't think these are for me only because I don't have that nostalgic feel for the Remcos. And that's not even a knock on these figures. That's the same with like the Mattel Retros. I don't collect a lot of them. I have very sparingly. I mainly just collect Hogans. If you see all the comparisons I've been doing with these bell-to-bell figures, they really have just been Superstar Hulk Hogan figures because that's my guy. I buy everything Mattel related. But if you are a fan of these old school vintage Remco style figures, they look great on your shelf. They are really nice. The jackets are good. The head sculpts are great. I don't think people are getting this to do figure photography, right? But if you're a big Steiner Brother fans, this is great to add and hold you over maybe till we get some old school, early Steiner Brothers from, Mattel with some Ultimates. But again, these figures are only available at ringsidecollectibles.com. They are exclusive to them. You can buy either set. You get the yellow and blue jacket or the white and blue jacket. You don't have to buy them both. And when you guys shop, use promo code 4LIFE to save 10% off your order. Before you guys go, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at AlexWestCollects. I will catch you all on the next video review.